Sometimes I think the modern world makes so much noise just to avoid hearing itself. We surround ourselves with lights, with screens, with speed, but what truly matters is often hidden, below, buried, waiting. Welcome to Mithronia, a forgotten archive where myths awaken once more. Here, we revive ancient legends with the soul of cinema. Gods, betrayals, impossible heroes. If you've ever felt the past still breathes, this channel is for you. They say there was a time when the gods reigned under the same sun as men. In the heart of the desert, an empire was born, carved in stone and law, and on its highest throne he ruled. Osiris. God of life, judge of the dead. Osiris was not just a king. He was balance itself, the one who taught men to harvest, to uphold the law, and to honor the sacred cycles. But even the wisest of gods cannot see the shadow growing behind them. On the margins of the throne waited one whose heart burned in silence. Seth, brother of Osiris, lord of storm and desert. While the people rejoiced in abundance, he felt only emptiness. And where there is emptiness, resentment is born. In his mind, the throne did not belong to balance, but to strength. Not to the one who teaches, but to the one who rules. It was on a day of celebration, when poison was served alongside wine. Seth held a banquet to honor his brother. Music, dancing, laughter. And at the center of the hall, a mysterious coffin, carved with symbols of power.
They say it was crafted to the exact measure of a god's body. Whoever fits inside shall take it as a gift.
One by one, the guests tried their luck. They laughed, they joked, but only one fit, Osiris. And when Osiris lay down inside the coffin, Seth gave the signal. Like starving jackals, his followers pounced. The lid fell like a sentence. They sealed the coffin with molten lead and spoke ancient spells, cursed by the wise. Thus fell Osiris, not by armies, but in a silent, cruel, and perfect act. When the news arrived, there were no screams, there were no tears, only silence and a goddess in motion. Isis, wife and sister, a mother yet without a child, refused to believe that death could have the final word. She traveled without rest. She searched through waters, temples and deserts, guided by love, by destiny, and by magic. And at last, she found him. The body without a soul, the god without a kingdom. But to Isis, he was not yet lost. In the depths of the delta, the goddess kept vigil over her husband. Shielded by reeds and enchantments, she whispered ancient words to him. Tears turned into spells. Silence transformed into life. With the help of her sister Nephthys, she stirred the sleeping breath. It was not a resurrection, but a heartbeat, a spark. But even the most sacred veils cannot hold back chaos. And chaos found the hiding place. Where life had whispered, Seth roared. It wasn't enough to kill his brother. It wasn't enough to silence his name. Seth wanted to erase him from time. With hands stained by fire, he tore the king apart, 14 pieces, 14 curses scattered across rivers, mountains, and secret tombs.
Let no one find him. Let no one rebuild him. Let his name be forgotten.
But love does not decay, and a goddess does not forget. And so began the second journey. A goddess, gathering a god, piece by piece, memory by memory, like one who harvests the soul of an empire. Isis was not alone. Her sister Nephthys and Anubis, lord of rituals, joined her in the search. 3 sacred shadows, wandering through a broken Egypt. Together, they bound the pieces with ancient words. They rebuilt the king and sealed his form with sacred fire. They restored order and created a new art, mummification. And when the body was whole, when flesh was joined with soul, Isis, goddess of breath and the eternal bond, leaned over her beloved and called him back. It was not a full resurrection. It was a moment, a breath of eternity, enough to conceive the air. Horus, son of light and loss, born of a love beyond death, destined to face the shadow that stole the throne. Osiris descended into the underworld, and there, beyond death, he became judge of souls. His throne was no longer on earth, but in the realm of eternal silences. Set ruled Egypt with an iron fist. There was no balance, no law, no harvest, only strength, only chaos. And if this story resonated with you, there are many more waiting to be told. Subscribe to Mithronia, where myths awaken once more.